I feel like that was one of my like the best experiences I've had. It was actually at I think the Huawei Joburg Day. When AKA came on stage, oh my goodness. I literally went crazy. I was singing like crazy, singing word for word. I think when the song Chiga came, I went really, really crazy. And the people that were in front of me were like, you should actually be on that stage.
Yeah. We woke up this morning to the news of AKA passing on. I woke up, my wife was up, and she told me right away when she was on Twitter that there was an RIP hashtag.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it at first. I had to see it for my own eyes. I quickly grabbed my phone and I went through Twitter and I saw it there, the RIP hashtag. At first I thought still it was a hoax.
Yeah.
And then I was scrolling through and then, the video was there.
I was so hurt. I don't want to lie. I was so hurt. I think this is one of the deaths that honestly really, really got to me, to be honest. I won't lie. I was a big AK fan.
Why was that though?
Well, for his music and his contribution to hip hop, I don't want to lie. He's done a lot for South African hip hop. And for a long time, I feel like this was a huge red loss.
It's just so sad right now because even the weather's all gloom and doom.
Yeah.
It's just
a
sad weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, oh my goodness, it's even raining in Joburg.
One thing that I would like to address, what I see on Twitter and what's very common now these days is that when somebody dies or when somebody passes away due to like a shooting, the first people on the scene usually record their lifeless bodies. And I've seen that today as well on Twitter with AK. It's really wrong of people to do that.
Yeah.
Record his lifeless body and then you post it online. I don't know why would you do that for clouds or to say that you were the first.
I think maybe people don't really see anything wrong with that. Like maybe they just want to show proof that there's a person died. And I don't think in many cases people are trying to be selfish or like, really just like horrible, but it is a horrible thing to do. Imagine being the person's family member.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what if Karu sees this?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Like lifeless, circulating all over the internet. And it's the sad thing that, when you decide to be within entertainment and things like that, those are kind of like the risks and things that come with it. It's not okay because you wouldn't just do that for a regular person. So why does it make it okay?
Well, people be shooting regular people now.
That's true.
It's so common that it's like normalized.
Yeah.
When you see dead people now on the street.
People take pictures. I mean, people were taking video clips of the people who of the exploding in Boksburg. And you could see the people were like in bed in a very, very bad state. And people are still taking that footage. So it's quite obvious that people will take, but I also feel like it's quite wrong.
The same thing also happened with DJ Somebody when he passed away due to a shooting as well. The first people on the scene took videos of his lifeless body in the car and his bodyguard. And unfortunately, the trend also followed AKA. And unfortunately, his bodyguard is also rumored to have passed away as well.
What do you think of this thing of celebrities being gunned down?
I think they're just messing with the wrong people. When the wrong people get the chance to get at them, they take their chance.
Do you think it's always a case of messing with wrong people, or it could be also a case of jealousy as well to some degree?
I don't think it's jealousy for the most, especially once they've been big for so long.
Yeah,
been the biggest
that's true.
Superstar for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
So it's not jealousy. Like people been knew that AK was the guy.
Absolutely.
So it's obviously there's ulterior motives here. People are speculating that it could be the Dende family involved in this because he was gunned down in Durban.
Yeah.
And they're from.
And they believe that obviously the father did not believe that his daughter was suicidal.
It's all speculation at this point. We're not really sure what happened or why someone would do this. They would obviously be the biggest suspects.
Because they are in Durban and this happened in Durban. You know how people like to connect dots like this?
Yeah, it's just an easy thought to connect.
Yeah.
And on top of that, AK moved on quite quickly after the passing of his daughter. So maybe they still held a grudge over that. It's just so unfortunate that AK goes out like this, especially after seeing what he's been through.
Yeah.
2 to 3 years.
Absolutely. He's been going through the most. We were also starting to see him kind of like picking up his life again and starting to be happy again, particularly with his relationship with Nadi. I think we've seen him the happiest he's been in a very, very long time. He seemed like he was having quite a fulfilled life. Especially coming from the series of drama that was sort of going on in his life. What impact do you think this will have on South African hip hop?
AK is already cemented as a GOAT.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's that guy. He's been that guy for the past 10 years. I don't know what it will do for hip hop in general. AK had an album on the way, which he was supposed to drop, I
Yeah.
think. So hopefully they're still gonna drop that album,
Yeah.
like a tribute to him. But you know how these things go. It's celebrities. People mourn them for a day or two, but life goes on. After a week, you've probably forgotten about them.
Do you think the split between T Casper fans and AKA fans, that thing will still go on? Kind of become a culture now, more than it was about then.
No, it's
We get
back.
it.
It's old. It's old. I mean, AK is gone. It's over. There's no need to be talking about any of that anymore. Unless they want to have a GOAT debate about who's the greatest. Maybe that's when we can talk about AK and Casper. But other than that, there's no need. With honesty.
I mean, I remember like watching AKA perform live. I feel like that was one of my like the best experiences I've had. It was actually at the Huawei Joburg Dam. When AKA came on stage, oh my goodness. I literally went crazy. I was singing like crazy, singing word for word. I think when the song Jiga came, I went really, really crazy. And the people that were in front of me were like, you should actually be on that stage.
Yeah.
I remember that like it was yesterday. And I was really happy because I am a super mega fan. I don't want to lie. So this for me is really disheartening.
I found out about AKA late in my high school years, probably like grade 10, grade 11.
Yeah.
And I first found out about him on TV
Yeah.
when his first song, I think Victory Lap, was circulating TV all the time. And then when he dropped Congratulate, and then later came out with Levels. At that point, I was in varsity. No, actually, when he came out with Levels, I finished matric, and I think that December was the first time I came here to Joburg.
Yeah.
And Levels was heavy.
Yeah. Levels was crazy.
It was being played everywhere. And then it was my first time being introduced to the streets like that.
Yeah.
So AKA was everywhere. And he's actually like the first South African artist of our generation to be recognized as like superstar. Like as in he's that guy. He was that guy of his generation.
He was definitely that guy. He was trendy, He was trendy. It wasn't only just the music, but the style overall, Like he had a presence. He had that, AKA presence, which I think really, really touched a lot of us.
They have one of the greatest catalogs of any South African hip hop artist. I think the only person who's even comparable to him is KO. I see Buddha T or Zinga advocating that KO is the greatest hip hop artist of all time.
Debatable.
It's highly debatable, but
Debatable.
Zinga is forgetting that AKA's brand and presence is much greater than KO's. AKA's brand, like the Super Mega brand, is quite big. That's superstar level. Like AKA was one of the first guys that would get recognized anywhere in Africa. Like he'd get recognized in Nigeria, get recognized in Ghana,
Absolutely.
like anywhere. And it was really crazy to see that blow up. It was really crazy. It's quite sad that he went out like this.
Yeah.
It's very, very sad.
It's very sad. Like, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. Like, this is just terrible.
AKA, rest in peace, dog.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Like,
We love you so much. We will continue to love you so much. Your legacy will live on. And really, our condolences to your family and everybody who equally loved you as well.
stop with the funny stuff. Stop circulating that video of him lifeless like that. It's not right.
Yeah.
And just support him. Play his music
Yep.
through all streaming platforms. So we just recently dropped a tribute video for AKA.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah, please check it out on the channel if you haven't seen it yet. It's all love. We love AKA. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Rest in peace, bro.
Rest in peace.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
All right. Cheers.